Okay, today we're going to be looking at Module 4, Lesson 14, and we're actually looking at NF24, apply and extend previous understandings of multiplication to multiply a fraction or a whole number by a fraction. And we're going to be looking at also NF26, which is real-world problems, mention word problems. So let's go ahead and get started. The difficulty on this is level 2, and that's you'll be able to solve real-world problems requiring me to multiply non-unit fractions by another non-unit fraction. Okay, that means a fraction that doesn't have a 1 on top of it. Now let's start here. Let's take a look, and it says, let me get my pen going here. Okay, it says Jan has 3/5 pan of Rice Krispie treats. She sent 1/3 of the treats to school. What fraction of the pan did she send? Now, you really need to be doing tape diagrams, because a tape diagram will help you out a lot. We know this whole pan is 1, and she says that she sent 3/5 of, she has 3/5 of a pan. And it says she sent 1/3 of the treats to school. So 1/3 of these. So we're looking for this 1/3 of 3/5. So 1/3 of 3/5. So when we draw our fractions, we can see here this is 1/3 and this one is 3/5. Now we're going to combine them. And we're going to combine them by moving our fifths to our thirds. Now notice when we moved our fifths to our thirds, we end up with this area right here, which is orange. And that's where both fractions both crossed over. So we can see we have 3 oranges out of a total of 15. And that's 3/15. So 3/15 is what she took to school. And we can see that because they start off, we had 1/3 times 3/5. And when we multiply fractions, we multiply numerator to numerator. So this actually equals 1 times 3 over 3 times 5, which equals 3/5. Let's try another one. This time she has 3/4 pan. So we can draw a tape diagram, and we can see here that this is one whole, and this one here is 3/4 of the pan. And this time she sent 1/3 of those to school. So we're going to split this up into thirds. And this one right here represents what we sent to school. Now we're going to combine our thirds, and we can see over here I have my 1/3 and my 3/4. And when we combine them, we're looking for where they interact. And once again, we can see right here is where they interact. And that's 3 again. So 3, but this time we can see we have a 3 by 4, which is 12, so 3/4. Actually, I mean 3/12. Now, if we multiply it, we know we had 3/4, and we were looking for 1/3 of it. And we can see that equals 3 times 1 over 4 times 3, which gives us 3/12. Okay, on this one, let's go ahead and get our tape diagram ready. On this one, it says Benjamin's garden is 3/4 of Benjamin's garden is planted in vegetables. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do 3/4 of it right here. And that's 3/4 vegetables. Okay. Carrots are planted in half of his garden. So half of this, 1/2 of it are carrots. And that's half of the 3/4. So 1/2 of 3/4. Now when we combine our two, because here we have our 3/4 and here we have our 1/2, when we combine the two, we can see we end up with 3 that interact in both fractions. So that's going to be 3, and we have a 4 by 2, so that's going to be 8. So we can say 3/4, and we wanted 1/2 of 3/4, which equals 3 times 1 over 4 times 2, which gives us 3/8 again. All right, so when we're multiplying fractions, when we draw models, we're going to draw one horizontally and one vertically, and then we're going to line them up together. where they interact in both fractions, that is the product of those fractions. So in a word problem, when we're reading it, we're looking at 1/2 of another fraction, we're actually multiplying that. So 1/2 times 3/4. And that will give us the same product as using the model. All right, I hope this helps you, and we'll do some work some more into class tomorrow. Bye-bye.